Welcome, everyone, to our next in our series of influential leadership tips. I'm John Hadley.
And I'm Dave Miller. And John has a great tip for us today.
Well, Dave, one of the authors that I really enjoy is Seth Godin.
Oh, Seth is great.
Oh, yeah. He's an expert at branding. He has a lot of really good ideas. And one of the books that I picked up a while back was this one about linchpin.
Oh, linchpin. I haven't read that one.
It's a really interesting book.
Yeah.
And one of the things that he's talked about in there is talking about, are you a linchpin? Are you indispensable? But he also talked about developing your superpower.
Ooh.
And that's something that just really struck me. I wrote an article on it some time back. And one of the things that I see is this is really critical for leadership. Now, you might say, well, okay, what does that have to do with leadership? And I think it's about developing the superpower in your employees, inspiring them to identify what it is, nurturing their ability, nurturing the way that they use that and apply it, expanding it into other areas of your operation, and getting them really good at expressing it so that everybody knows what their superpower is and throughout the organization, which leads to people wanting to get them involved in new opportunities, new ways to expand the use of that, helps their career, but it also helps you as a leader in that you're taking the best advantage of your employees, you're seeing that they get the best opportunities, you're getting known for your leadership style, and you're benefiting the organization that much more because people are taking advantage of this.
Yeah, wow, there's a lot there. So you're saying as a leader, my ability to identify the superpower in my employee, make them aware of it, kind of call it forth in them is a real attribute of being a good leader.
Absolutely. And one of the keys to this is just how you express things. For instance, if I'm a project manager, saying I'm a project manager, well, that's not a superpower. That's just what I am. This is not about duties or responsibilities. It's about what makes you unique, for instance, as a project manager. So a description of a superpower might be that I'm a project manager who takes multi-million-dollar projects that are troubled and brings them back on time and within budget. Now it's expressing the result that I bring to the table, the sorts of challenges I solve, and it's expressing where I can add the most value to the organization.
Mm-hmm.
So the more I can help my employees see things through that lens and really not stop at, I'm a pricing actuary, I'm a project manager, I'm this thing, but focus on what's the result of what I bring to the table? What are the challenges I solve? Because that's the place where the superpowers lie.
Yeah, and I think that could be very engaging and really inspirational for your direct report.
Mm-hmm.
To call that forth. And can it be something simple like, what I notice is you're a great listener, or you have a gift for taking a complex issue, summarizing it down so anybody can understand it.
Absolutely. Those would be great examples. And a lot of times we tend to discount the things that we're really good at because we've always been good at them.
Right.
And they just feel like second nature to us. So sometimes you need someone else, and this is where you as the leader can come in, being that other person. We need someone else to help us even identify what the superpower is, because we're just so used to the things that we do well.
Like I've always thought you really had a gift for the game of cornhole and being good at that. So just to take that with you,
Yeah, I thought you were going to say ultimate frisbee.
Yeah, well, that too. You're multi-talented. But in all seriousness, what would you tell the leaders out there? Like, what would be a good coaching assignment for them now? How would they apply this?
I think the first thing would be to sit down through that same lens of results and challenges and try and identify some of their own superpowers so that then they can kind of get in the mode of thinking so that they could help others. So I'd say homework assignment would be sit down and come up with a short list of, say, 3 things where you are really uniquely good at either creating results or solving problems.
Great tip. Great tip. Well, that sounds good, John. Thanks for that tip, and everyone have a great week. We'll catch you next week.
Take care.